it's terrific for me to be able to have a newspaper that's focused really on Chicago, although it's certainly covers national legal news in its coverage. It's focused on Chicago.
It's delivered here every day, and I absolutely grab it and read it, and then I cut things out. I have the online subscription. I get the online article out. I'll tell you, it's very, very useful.
We need to know what lawyers are doing for themselves, by themselves, what's happening with lawyers. And the Chicago Daily Law Bulletin is an incredible, invaluable resource for all of that news and all of that information.
I love how the Chicago Daily Law Bulletin tries to highlight how the law schools, including ours, is special and has something different to offer the community. So
it provides information as to things that are going on with the bar associations, places where you can go and get involved in things that you didn't know existed, advertisements for social activities and other things that bring the lawyers together.
We have sort of a tradition here. The Law Bulletin comes every day to our firm, and it sits out on each floor of our office, open to everybody to read it. And it gets to be sort of a well-worn newspaper by the end of the day or the following morning.
Through the Law Bulletin, through the articles, through the various submissions, the columns, we get a great sense of how lawyers in Chicago and Illinois are feeling about the profession, opinions about the profession, current events, news in the profession.
Having your own newspaper for your profession published daily with information that covers just about everything that's going on in the legal community. You can find out what's going on politically, in the law front, in federal court, and that is just what your clients want when they hire you to do something. Who's that judge? What's he about? What does he know? What's he like? Well, you can learn just about everything about the judges, because the Law Bulletin has published a lot of different items and books that cover the background of the judges, and that too is something that's extraordinarily important.
First thing, it keeps me up to date on cases and developments, but I think even more important, what it does is give me some idea of legal thought. There are things that go on in there in the way of conversations where lawyers write about their ideas that are just simply wonderful. I couldn't get them anywhere else.
It's been great that over the last 5 years you've covered a lot of our events, a lot of our programs. You featured our faculty and some of our alumni.
The Law Bulletin serves a really central role in my professional life and my life with the Commission.
But there's a certain grounding that has occurred over the years, knowing that you can pick up a newspaper that covers, local Illinois legal issues and Chicago issues. And whether it's an issue that's come out of the Illinois Supreme Court or one of the Illinois appellate courts, or even a local, trial court issue that's arisen.
It's amazing how that paper allowed justice to be done in a lot of cases, because before computers could bring instant appellate court opinions to you, the Law Bulletin was pretty close to doing that, and pointing out to lawyers that were arguing a case before you that there was a new case that would impact both sides of the case and they should be aware of it made me look much, much smarter than I am.
They have a lot of integrity, they have a lot of insight.
The people who work there are just so great. They're so helpful. They're so vibrant on social media, vibrant through the website, welcoming of any column, any ideas, welcoming of our ideas, of other lawyer ideas, looking to integrate different perspectives from the Chicago landscape into their newspaper.
This is lawyers talking to lawyers, and I think it is absolutely wonderful. These are articles that you can't get anywhere else.
I think that it should be assigned reading the moment you step into law school, and by the time you graduate from law school, you will be up to speed more than any lawyer in Chicago, particularly if that lawyer is not reading the Law Bulletin.
I love it because it really is, for me, like the legal cafe, or the neighborhood bar, or the coffee shop in the morning where lawyers used to gather but don't have time to gather anymore. They get their news of the day. It helps them to be better lawyers.
There's also coverage of things like the local different bar groups that exist in the city, and that local flavor has been just enormously important to giving me, anyway, as a lawyer, a sort of a grounding, if you will, in Chicago.
I'm a regular columnist for the Law Bulletin, and it gives me a tremendous opportunity to communicate with my fellow lawyers about ideas. I get emails all the time. You know, I read your article in the Law Bulletin, I disagree with this, or I agree with that.
All of that is just a great way, again, to create a community of lawyers.
And I always like to participate in a story in which the reporters from the Chicago Daily Law Bulletin are calling us about, because we know it's going to be one that's going to be informing the community about what the law schools are doing, what's important to the legal profession, and the window into the law schools, which are, of course, the gateway to the profession.
For a young student graduating from law school, I think that a subscription to the Law Bulletin by whatever firm they work for, or even if they're looking for employment after law school, the amount of information that they'll find in the Law Bulletin would be unbelievably important.
One justice of the Illinois Supreme Court sometimes calls me, or he has his clerk call me and say, I just love what you write about Illinois legal history, and you know, the general press really can't handle any of this. This is for the lawyers. And I think that it's a wonderful service that the Law Bulletin does.
Even in this digital age, when of course everything is digital, and I access much of my news digitally, I still relish, frankly, or look forward to the opportunity in the afternoon for the Daily Law Bulletin to come and to open it up and to see what's covered.
I want to say happy birthday to the Law Bulletin. Congratulations for 160 years.
So happy birthday, Chicago Daily Law Bulletin. I look forward to working with you and your staff for many, many years to come.